Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the finals for the Hyundai Construction Equipment Operator Challenge here at Utility Expo 2025. Before we get into our first finalists, we had 25 operators come here earlier today, compete in our course, and we have the 5 fastest finishers here with us today. We changed the course up a little bit. We made it further fair and safe for each operator. Mike, real quick here, after watching our competitors go through the qualifying this morning, what are your thoughts on this competition, and what do you think about the 5 we have here competing in the finals?
Well, first off, they all earned their spot here, which is awesome. But they proved they were good operators, so we changed the course up a little bit to up the and they're going to have to be a little more detailed with their movements to get penalty free on this. And I think that's going to be the trick, is the penalties.
It is, and if you watch the most recent season of the National Equipment League, penalties, we've continued to refine this game, but penalties have continued to affect results. We've made this so there's more advantage for people completing the tasks, and hopefully we're not talking about penalties when this is said and done. Our first competitor here to start things off is Mr. Caleb Caldwell, who finished with a time of 1:57. Caleb, are you ready to start, sir? On the count of 3, we're gonna get our first finalist going here. 1, 2, 3, and go! So Caleb is moving here. The first thing we're having them do is move that bowling ball through a goal, past the second cone, and then he's gonna move it off to the left. Caleb did it. He'll now track forward. You'll recall we had them place 4 timbers on 2 sawhorses in the qualifying round. Now we need them to be a little more precise. We're having them place 4 timbers on 1 sawhorse. 15-second penalty for each timber that touches the ground. Caleb going with a 1 timber at a time approach, with the added responsibility of putting all 4 on 2 might be the way to go. And then once Caleb gets through these timbers, we dug a 12-foot trench in the qualifying round. We are now going to dig a 15-foot trench.
This is the risk versus reward right here, Bill. Risk versus reward.
Caleb going for 3, and he got it. I don't know if we got a camera angle that's going to show just how hairy that final timber there was, but hairy is the word. Caleb here, he's good. He's got the start of his trench. The big difference here is that each operator now, they are digging in that fresh, virgin Kentucky Expo Center ground. Goal is to dig to 12-inch depth with no more than 2 inches on either side of it when they're done. Mike, how do you think Caleb's doing here so far?
Well, first off, on the long stacking, he got away so quick that he made it look easy, but the risk versus reward, 2 versus 1 versus 3, and the ultimate DQ if you knock him down, but he pulled him off, and he's making good time on the trench here. We'll see where he ends up.
He's making good time at the trench, and I tell you what, Caleb is almost at the length. Caleb, I'm going to tell you, you're at the length. The bottom now is up to you, but he's confident in his bottom. He hit the bucket on the ground right away. We're going to see where he is in his tolerances. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see a look on my face, if you watched the National Equipment League this season, you saw Tom Gardaki, Dirt Ninja, who's our new champion. You saw him run almost end to end by running penalty-free, almost perfect runs. Caleb Caldwell starts it off here with a penalty-free run and a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I look forward to seeing how the next 4 guys find ways to shave time off that, but it's gonna be tough. We are now officially set and prepped for our second operator of the day. Mr. Davin Jones You may know him better on YouTube as I Dig It 4. And once Mr. Let's Dig 18 stops playing with the records here, I'll tell you that Davin completed our qualifying round in 1:55. But boy, we just saw a penalty-free, high-quality run from Mr. Caleb Caldwell. Mike, now that you've had a chance, you saw Caleb do it, you saw that run, what do you think Davin and each of the other guys coming after him have to do?
I'll tell you what, he did exactly what he needed to do. He was the first one to go, which is a huge disadvantage, but he set the bar high. It's going to force these guys to go for it, and penalty-free is going to be the key. Let's see if they can do it.
That's both the danger and the excitement of sending it. We've got a good audience here. They're going to love to see Davin and each of the other guys afterwards send it. But that's where the danger could be. Entertainment, but also heartbreak. I'm gonna square up this sawhorse here just to make sure there's no shenanigans. A little more level playing ground. All right, Davin, how you feeling, sir? He's as ready as he will ever be. On the count of 3, Davin, we're going to give it a go. 1, 2, 3, and go!
This bowling ball thing is a lot trickier than I think it leads on to be. The other guy just made it look so easy.
He made it look easy, but I do think there could be some time to make up there, and Davin is doing this pretty effectively. You know, and he got the bowling ball where it needed to be, but in doing that, he made his next step that much harder. I haven't pulled out the word cattywampus yet, but he made one of his timbers cattywampus, and now he's got to deal with that.
Having some Jeff Dodge flashbacks here, Bill.
That's not fair. Mike Jeff was here yesterday. He could defend himself. Davin here going for a 3-for-1.
Man, it's that risk versus reward. Oh, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it, and now he's gonna have to be really precise with his Ford timber, because that one that's on top there, that one is not bought and paid for yet. That one could still fall off the back.
You see this maneuver here? Instead of repositioning the machine, he used the side boom.
He's the first person today. We had 25 competitors this morning, and and we have our first penalty of the finals. 15 seconds for that. But we're going to see what he can make up here in the trenching side of it. Davin is with the other folks earlier here. I'll indicate when you are long enough, and then the depth is entirely up to you, sir. All right, Davin, we are good on length. I'm going to let you decide where you are on the bottom.
Are you allowed to phone a friend, Bill? Are you allowed to phone a friend in your lifelines?
There are no lifelines here at Utility Expo, Mike. No lifelines. This is real life. Bucket down for Davin Jones. We're gonna measure here his tolerances, but I can tell you that Caleb will remain in first place, as Davin's time is 2:27 pre-penalties. So Davin with a time of 2:27 and adding on an additional 15 seconds for the timber that fell down will put him at 2:42. Caleb remains at the top of the mountain. We'll set up and prep for our third competitor. Josh from Asheville, North Carolina. Josh, any final questions, sir? All right, Josh, I'm gonna count down from 3. The time to beat is 2 minutes, 12 seconds, and that is our friend Caleb on a penalty-free run to kick off the finals here today. 1, 2, 3, and go, Josh. So Chris, after you sat here and watched the morning competition as well, he's gonna get that thumb involved in getting the bowling ball where it needs to go. He also affects his timber placement, but what do you think is key to this after watching the 5 guys this morning?
I'm honestly going to say if you can get all 4 of them grappleable, that's going to be the ticket now.
That's about the one spot to make up time, and with that type of risk, could come reward or it could come complete heartbreak. I feel a little heartbreak coming on here right now. We've got 1 man down. That will be a 15-second penalty. But he's still doing well on time. If he gets these 2 placed and he digs a really fast trench, he might have a shot yet. Each of these guys this round are digging a fresh trench in ground that has not been dug yet. Despite the 15-second penalty, he's actually got a really good time right now. And if he gets this trench pretty quick, he might be into play yet. Josh, I'll tell you, your length is right about here. Depth is entirely up to you. Chris giggled. I got a laugh this time. I didn't get a laugh last time. All right, you're good on length, Josh. Depth is up to you. He's bucket down, so here's the challenge. And I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to influence it. There's a 15-second penalty added for that. So he's at 152 right now. With the 15-second penalty, that puts him at 203. If there's a single penalty here, Caleb remains in first place. If he's penalty free, he's our new leader in the clubhouse. And right off the bat, Caleb remains the leader. We got a penalty on the very first measurement here in the trench. I don't blame him. He's good on his second measurement. That was the risk to take. Get that bucket down, get the time, and do a little bit of praying on your depth on your measurement. But he fell just a little short. So we're going to call it good on measurements within the tolerance. 30 seconds in penalties is going to put him at 222, 10 seconds behind the leader, Caleb. 2 more competitors. Will Caleb's run stand up? Or will the 2 guys that had the best time this morning shake things up? Stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 more competitors to see if they can top that really stellar run by Caleb to kick things off today. Critical to my role here as commissioner, timekeeper, game master is this stopwatch. All right, Justin, we've iced you. I feel like this is icing the kicker. Are you ready, sir? On the count of 3, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and go. Justin comes to us from Zebulon, Georgia. Chris, I had never heard of the town Zebulon before I met you, and now I find out there's 2 of them.
It's a good town.
The joke there, ladies and gentlemen, is Chris, Let's Dig 18, lives in Zebulon, Georgia. North Carolina.
You're close.
And we're through the bowling ball piece of the challenge here. This has been maybe where the most variables are so far, as we're gonna see how he handles these timbers.
I think he's going for all 4, Bill. I think he's going to do all 4.
You know what, I don't know if it's the smart move or not, but just for the sheer spectacle of it, I kind of want to see someone try to do all 4 at once.
That's what I would have done.
It's like in grade school when you dare the kid, hey, I bet you can't fit all of those donuts in your mouth at the same time. That's kind of the same deal. He's at a minute. Let's see how neatly these fall. He's got control of both the bucket and the thumb. All four are on. He's onto his trench. He's not going to kill the commissioner.
Tell you what.
Justin, you just keep doing your thing. I am going to sit here and tell you about where you need to get lengthwise. Important to note, he has run a penalty-free run up to this point. He's got about 12 seconds to give Caleb a run for his money. He's got about another 4 feet on his trench yet. Justin, I'm going to call you good on length. Time, 2:29. A great run. And I think this trench is going to be close, but that still won't be enough to beat Caleb. Justin with a penalty-free run at 2:29, but that won't be enough to beat Caleb. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate you coming on down. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us here today. We're going to count down from 3 to see if Grayson can snatch victory from Caleb. 3, 2, 1, and go! You know, he said he was more nervous. We joke about it, but the reality is that when you're at work, you don't have people on microphones talking about you and commentating about you.
Going for all four, Bill?
I think we're going to.
He's going to go for all four. He's going for style points.
We're going for all four and some rock.
But that's fine. He can go for all four and rock. The rock does not need to stay on top of the sawhorses. But it is a loose coalition here. The rocks in between each of the timbers could make placing these four a problem, but he's coming in real smooth. I don't want to jinx anything, but those rocks, he's got it, all four timbers. And now it just comes down to the trench and getting a 1 foot deep trench for 15 feet here. Grayson, you got about a minute to see what you can do, sir. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan just confirming that my hearing is bad. Grayson is from Asheville. Mike Simon was right. Mike, you're in my way, sir. So Grayson, I'm going to mark here about where the end of your trench needs to be. Again, you just focus on depth and getting it past where I'm indicating here. We are at the 2-minute mark. Grayson has 12 seconds to make it happen. He's bucket down at 2:07. There may have been some praying there. We'll see where we go. We'll see how it measures. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that I get this right. After 5 competitors here in the finals, Caleb Caldwell came out and ran an almost perfect run to a time of 2:12, penalty free, And then he watched the next 3 guys come through, and none of them could match his time. And then Mr. Grayson Hensley from Asheville, it's important I get that right, Asheville came in and ran a penalty-free run of 2:07. Your champion, Grayson, wins the $1,000, the Hyundai Utility Expo Operator Challenge Trophy, and a trip to compete in the next National Equipment League tournament. Congratulations, Grayson. Congrats to all our finalists. Hang out here. We'll want to get a photo with you guys here in just a moment. And thank you all for joining us here at the Hyundai booth at Utility Expo. Come on in. Have fun. We'll talk to you in a bit. So you went this morning, you probably woke up here in Louisville, you're like, I'm going to go to Utility Expo, I'm going to go check out some equipment and stuff. And now you're walking away a champion of an operator challenge here at the show, and more cool stuff to come. What was your approach? What did you think about the contest here, and how do you feel about winning it?
Well, I was really nervous, and I wasn't going to do it. He had to talk me into it. He asked me a couple of times, but I liked the setup. It was challenging, very much.
Well, good. We appreciate you coming here. We hope that looks good at the home office or in the shop or wherever you put it. Thank you for coming out here, and thank you again, everybody, for joining us at Utility Expo 2025.
Congratulations.